Right.
Hey folks, this is Jeff with Jenny and Jeff on the farm. My lovely wife Jenny is recording for us today. We did our first video that we've ever done. I wanted to get something out on this forward light kit for the Bobcat CT4050 tractor, and so I did a video on that so people would know right away how to wire it. I thought today we'd talk about this this tractor in general and give an overview. This is a Bobcat CT4050. I was told it's 2021. I have about 14 and a half hours on it right now. It comes with the FL9 loader, and it has a 50 horsepower Daedong engine in it. It is made by Daedong, also known as Coyote at this point, although Bobcat has the rights to the tractor, and they made, I think, some subtle changes from the standard Coyote. The Daedong engine is a Tier 4 engine. It's the first experience I've had with one of these, so it has a diesel particulate filter, and you have to deal with the regeneration. The loader, the FL9 loader on this tractor is rated for lifting a maximum of about 1,700 pounds. And that's assuming you have the correct ballast. So on the back end here, you have a ballast box with some scrap weights in it and stuff. I think I have about 600 pounds here. In order to get to 1,700 pounds, I think they want to see about 790 pounds back here. So a lot of people have problems lifting stuff with their loader and whatnot. Make sure you have enough ballast on the back because it's the way the tractor is designed to operate. The 3-point hitch system can pick up about 2,400 pounds, and Jen and I have used it a couple of times, pulling some old posts out on this barn we've been restoring. Very powerful. The PTO is rated for about 40 horse. With this tractor, what I got also is the 7-pin accessory outlet. Assume it was some sort of trailer or something. And that was about it. In the previous video, I talked about the forward light kit, which I bought, and the rear light kit. This is the rear light kit. It plugs into a always hot wire in the back of this. There are contacts in this harness, and once you get turn the accessory on in the key or turn the engine on, there's power to that. So this light, that the OEM light that they send you, it mounts you real easy, but you have to reach back here and turn it on with a switch on and off if you want to use it. There's no switch on the console or anything, so I didn't really care for that. I've added an LED light bar to the top there. Now this wiring harness on this Bobcat, it has a lot of smaller conductors to some of these light circuits and stuff, so you don't want to put a lot on here. So what I did with this light bar is I created a separate harness and put a switch up on the console there, so I can either share this with that or the light bar. It's actually worked out really well. The bucket over here. This is the bucket that comes standard with it. Right now I have the front bale spear on there. Now this is shown with the cutting edge on the bottom. It did not come in the bucket I got. And so we ordered one. It cost us, what, about 140, 160 bucks. And I would recommend to anybody, do not try to do anything aggressive with the bucket without having that cutting edge on there. I think that goes for most. But I could see right away I would end up bending this thing if I tried to do anything. But with that on there, I don't have any worries at all. My overall impression is the machine is built pretty stout. This front axle and differential up here is very robust. It looks like it was built very strong. The hydraulics flow on this is about total flow of about 16 GPM with 9.6 GPM that goes to the implements. Compared to my old John Deere tractor, which albeit was a little smaller, these hydraulics are very strong. I pick up these 4x5 round bales, which are about 1,000 pounds, and it's nothing for it at all, as long as you have ballast on the back. The one thing I did notice about this tractor is that if you get the weight offset on the front a little bit, there may be a tendency for this to want to rock this way. So you have to kind of learn this machine and everything. But overall, I'd say it seems very strong in hydraulics. I haven't used it through winter yet, but we'll find out. You get the standard grill guard here with this. One thing we just had happen a week or two ago is they had a factory service order that they sent out to the dealers, and they came out and replaced this spring on this latch for the quick attach here. And it only took them a few minutes, but apparently the problem was the other spring was so strong, at least for some, that they could not get it to close all the way. They'd get it part way like this and think it was down, because they couldn't put it in all the way, and it would end up kind of flying open on them when they're trying to use it. So the factory considered it a problem, and service-wise, man, they came right out here and fixed it. So in the advertising, the marketing literature for this, they talk about LED lights. There's no LED lights on this machine. It's all halogen or incandescent. What I did do is these two front lights, they have a standard type automotive bulb. I can't remember, Jen, to you, is that the H11?
H8.
H8. Check your machine. And replaced them with Sylvania LED plug-and-play lights that use less power, and boy, are they nice. But a little pricey. They were about 70 bucks, I guess. There's also replacement lights for that forward light kit. Those are the H4s, but they're like $95. So I don't know. We'll see if I get that or not. This whole body is made out of steel, whereas other manufacturers like John Deere use plastic in their body parts. There's merits to both. Overall, I'd say it's reasonably thick. Although if you come over here, the one thing that does bother me a little bit is this stuff when you come up here is the steel and it goes right to the plate. And it seems to flex a little bit when you get on there. I think that they could have just beefed that up by another gauge and it wouldn't be a problem. Let's pop the hood here quick. There's a little lever underneath here on the right, if you're sitting up there, and this allows you access to the engine. So then they have the air cleaner, the batteries right here, which actually is not a bad location at all. I would always curse changing batteries on some of my John Deere stuff because nothing's easy. That's the engine in here. Fortunately, I haven't had to do anything to it, and I won't probably touch it while it's under warranty. When I get to 50 hours, maybe sometime this winter, that goes right to the dealer. They've got to change all the oils. Once it's off warranty, I'll probably start doing some of that routine service myself. The other thing I got, you look at the control panel here a little bit. So it comes with several switches down below here, which are related largely to cruise control and PTO cruise. So I initially thought I had cruise control. It does not. But I found out when I was putting this front light kit in, the originally told me to put it here on this side. And there is a connector there, but when I put the switch in there, it said PTO on. I don't think I have the unit on the engine for, or not PTO, for cruise control on there. But if I do put the cruise control in, I know all this stuff is right there. It's got this funky multi-position switch, but you do get, I mean, who doesn't love that? You gotta have a horn. Turn signal. It's got flashes over here that turn this stuff on. Pretty standard for most tractors. This one's hydrostatic. It's a 3-range hydro. And I have found when you put this rascal in high range and you open it up, this thing goes fast. The book says about 18 miles an hour, which is pretty good for a tractor like this. Most of the other ones are like, well, I know my John Deere stuff was like 12 miles an hour or something else. So it really takes off. It comes with a 12-gallon diesel tank. And I filled it in the 14 hours that I've used, 15 hours I've used it, we've used about 3/4 of a tank. So, depending upon what you're doing, it's had some pretty good workouts. So it's a first impression of this. I was a little nervous. I traded it in from a John Deere 3038E I had. It just didn't have quite the lift capacity for these bales that I would want. It would struggle and get it done, but I don't like to operate my equipment that way. So we upgraded and we got a bigger one. We got a 50 horse. And there's no doubt it was a good decision. Wouldn't you think, Jen? Because this thing picks these big bales up quite easily. So I think what we'll do is right now I would recommend this tractor to other people. I have no reason not to. I think it's pretty well built and it has a lot of power for what you want a tractor to do. So what we're probably going to do one of these upcoming days now is I'm going to show it in action if we can do it during the daylight this time of year, and we'll take a round bale out and we'll get to see it in action. So thanks for listening. Talk to you again.